Hi there, Joka here, and in this video I'm sharing my cards with the Spellbinders August Small Die Kit. Here's the kit, and you will see that there's a bunch of sentiment dies with shadow dies, so you can actually use them two different ways. And also in the kit there's a few little flower shapes that you can build, again, a variety of things with. So as for my colors, I was gonna do a completely different color combination actually. I started out with the mustard and then accidentally put some other colors together with it, and I really like them, so I changed my original idea. And you know, when there's flowers in a kit, then my heart is happy. So it's just gonna be, again, floral cards, but they are super simple. They do take a while to die cut because you will only have one of each these flowers dies, and they are quite small, so you will have to, you know, cut them one by one. But other than that, there's nothing complicated about the cards. And I'm using color cardstock, so again, it's a lot quicker than pattern paper. And while I originally wanted to do some texture in the background, because I don't know, I just don't quite like simple color cardstock as background, I decided not to add. Probably I would have gone with embossing folders, but then I decided against it in the end. So this one will be just a smooth cardstock. So I die cut a few of these larger flowers from variety of colors, and then I try to arrange them in a circle kind of shape so that I'm building a wreath basically. And then for all the foliage, the leaves, I am using, I think it's called Silver Fox, the light gray cardstock from Spellbinders. And that one and the really dark eggplant kind of color, I think it's actually called Plum, that's also Spellbinders, and the rest is a bunch of different brands. Yeah, so what am I doing here? So the little small flowers I'm trying to shape a little bit, so those 4 petals I'm bending up a little, and also the leaves I'm only gluing down at the end and then shape them just a little bit so that they are not so flat. But I did not shape the larger flowers at all, so they are just completely flat. And I added some foam tape to those to have a little bit of dimension. And then there are all these gaps that I wanted to cover with these small, I don't know what kind of flowers these are. And some of them I have to trim because they don't fit. And then I just cut off one of the leaves so that they, you know, I can tuck them in under the flower, and then I'll add the leaf later on top or wherever I find a spot for it. And then this wreath is done as well. So it's very simple. It goes fast. This one you could technically mass produce if you like die cutting a lot. And then I will obviously I will use one of the sentiments for this, whatever I had space for in inside that wreath. And on this card I'm not going to use the shadow die. No particular reason. Sometimes I think the shadow die is not so elegant, if that makes sense. Um, so it's actually I'm not sure how to how to explain this, but on an elegant card, I prefer to just use the these God, my brain is just not working in this heat. Um, so these skinny die cuts. Um, I pulled out a bunch of enamel dots from my collection, and then I tried to match the colors as much as possible. I did not spend a lot of time on that though, so they are not quite right, not all of them, but I think they match just fine. And then I'm shaping the flower sandals just a little bit. And my second card is even more simple. I'm creating two clusters of flowers in the opposite corners, and then I will add the sentiment, and that's it. And for my background, I use this beautiful textured paper, which was actually the main, how should I how should I put this? So that was my inspiration for the whole project. That color, that beautiful cardstock. I think it's from Basil, but don't quote me on this. It did not have a barcode, so I don't. I'm not quite sure. And I am kind of trying to create the same clusters, but I'm only eyeballing this. I'm pretty sure they are not exactly the same, but that doesn't really bother me much. And I'm trying to tuck everything under those large flowers and then fill out the space as much as I can. So it's a nice cluster, and I will obviously finish off all these flowers with enamel dots as well. And then here I'm actually using the shadow die, and I think it looks quite nice with that purple backdrop. And then I'm almost done. I will come back to the other card for a second because, I mentioned that I don't like plain color backgrounds. They have to have either some texture or just something added to them for me. I mean, everybody's different. This is just my opinion or preference. And so I decided to add a little bit of white paint. This is just acrylic paint, and then I added a little bit of water, and I'm just splattering it around. This is not gonna give it a perfect look for sure, but I like it. It's a really dark background, so I like the white drops on it. So there you have it, 2 simple cards this month. I hope you like them though. Check out the large die kit video as well if you have time. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.